Hi there again, Josie here from Live at 50 and Beyond. Thanks for joining me here in my channel. I am going to be setting up my February Traveler's Notebook insert. It's the journal part because now I have a different system now, or insert, for my calendar or planner section. This is just my journal because I'm doing this on a monthly basis. So I've decided to use this paper pads that I got from Michael's, and these are the best of lost and found paper pad. There are 180 sheets here. Yeah, and I think the theme here is called My Mind's Eye. And I've used already probably a couple of these paper pads. If you've been following me here on my channel, I have my composition notebook. I have altered this composition notebook that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I have made one of the pages here as the cover. It was good to cover both the front and the back, and then on the flip side another page here using paper pads also from here. So like this one, see, this is similar, and also the divider itself that I laminated. Okay, and anything, the leftover scraps, I just kind of cut them into small pieces to use them as my backdrop. So I'm thinking about using this as pages, because instead of just using the regular printing paper that I got from Walmart, I'll be using this instead. So yeah, this is 180 pieces, and I'm glad that things are repeated either 2 or 3 times, because sometimes you cannot get enough of the style. So I like this one here. This is very nostalgic, very vintage in style. So yeah, that's why I'm choosing this. And for the cover, I will use this Recollections Painted Fancy. I'm keeping the cover simple, so I chose this kind of watercolor effect on pink or salmon. So I'm just choosing the pages that I will be using for my vintage themed insert. So I'm thinking about choosing only 7 and then adding 7 regular or standard printer paper, so that it's not going to be too thick, and so that it allows me to also use the leftover paper from this when I do the cutout and use them like to make the collages. So after I pick out the 7, I will be cutting them to size. So here are the 7 pages that I've cut to size, and the actual measurement is 9 inches wide by 8.70 inches long. And I am going to be fitting it into this cover. And what I usually do is I leave the width 12 inches, the same width as this cardstock paper pad. And the only thing that I am adjusting or cutting is the height, so making it at 8.70 inches as well. After trimming everything, I am folding the paper first, making sure that it's at the very edge, leaving that 2 inches extra, or about 2.5 inches extra in the width. Making sure also that the edges of the pages will not overlap or exceed the size of the cover, as you can see here. So as much as possible, I go as close to the edge of the back page, and then I am putting in these binder clips to hold them into place, hold everything together in place while I prepare this for sewing. So this is ready for me to sew, so I'll just fold it again one more time, and I'm choosing here the thread that I'm going to be using, and these are the 2 that I am going to be choosing from because they closely resemble the color of the cover. So I chose the darker one. So here's an awl tool And also I'll be using this needle when I sew. And I am just going to be puncturing the holes here using the thick book, an old book, as a cushion or a guide. And it makes it easier to puncture hole. It protects also my work area. I also have some DIYs doing my sew method, but I'm just showing it to you again because I know some of you have requested for me to show this. Although I cannot show this in every month that I prepare, but because I am doing a different type of page layout right now, so I'm just trying to show you how I put them together. So yeah, I'm just using this. I'm just putting a hem or stitch and using this twine or baker's twine that I bought from the Dollar Tree. And then after I reach the end, I am also going back to sew the ones that have no thread. So I'm just putting stitches on the vacant ones, as you can see here. And then I will be applying the knots. So I'm knotting it at the back first from the beginning where I started my first stitch on the outside, so that it doesn't come off again when I go back in, because that's the same hole. So I'm just putting a couple of knots there, and then I am going to be inserting it so that I can also put a knot here inside. Okay, you will see some versions of this where people who make it a video on this tutorial that they will put a knot in this at the center. I kind of want to keep it at the very top or bottom, but this time I'm putting it at the top. Okay, so now after you're done, you can remove now the binder clips. And then I am going to be folding the extra flap. I'm just putting a mark there so that I can fold the extra flap. And I have started doing this for the past 3 months now, because I find that having an extra flap can also act as kind of like a dashboard or also a page marker. So I'm just folding this, making sure that I have it at the right size. So here I'm just choosing the label to use for this insert. So I'm choosing this kind of mint or electric green. I like the contrast. It'll pop from the backdrop of that pink. So it also complements the color of the traveler's notebook. So you can see my January insert there. I have the polka dotted, and then I used the pink one. Now I'm using this green one as a label. So I'm just handwriting February 2017, and then I am going to be attaching it, putting it on the top of the February booklet or insert. So I'm just eyeballing it. I don't want to put it at the very center. I'll just put it a little higher. As you can see on all of my inserts, that's how I did it. So to prevent the label from unraveling, what I'm going to be doing, just like what I've done here on my January insert, I am going to be applying or adding a strip of clear packaging tape or packing tape, just like this one here. So it will offer layer protection, kind of like laminating it, so that even if you kind of spill or sprinkle a little bit of water, the ink won't smudge, or again, like I said, the label itself will not unravel. So yeah, I've been using it on all of my traveler's notebook inserts, and there you go. And just make sure to press on so there's no air bubbling. So now I'm going to be preparing this booklet and inserting it in my traveler's notebook. I am going to be decorating my pockets. As you can see here, I'm just cutting one of the stickers from my Bambi planner stickers, and as customary, I don't stick them because I want to save them and reuse them some other time, like what I did with the January card there on the right. I just put a double-sided tape and attach it to that scrapbooking scrap paper. So yeah, I'm just putting the washies that I had before, keeping the paper clips there because the colors are just lovely. And I'm using this adorable journaling card, and what I'll be doing is I am going to be embellishing the top pocket with it, and I am going to be using a corner rounder to round off the corners. Inserting this journaling card on the top pocket and then using this Dollar Tree bow paper clip as an embellishment. So I'm really so happy at how everything turned out, and loving the color of my mint floral Webster's Pages Traveler's Notebook. And creating this insert, it still picks up the color of the cover. As you can see, this watercolor effect. And I also carried the design or theme here. I even added that washi that has the heart and also mint green color, and even my new saying here that says, "Oh, what a beautiful day." I'm glad I found that sticker that matches the color of my label, and of course using the extra paper or leftover paper from the cover to be the backdrop of that saying. I'm still going to be continuing to use some of my journaling cards that I have kept there from last month, and just to show you what I have here, I've alternated plain white paper or printer paper with the paper pads, the vintage style paper pads that I have chosen from that paper pad pack that I got. So this is going to be really interesting to use. This is the first time I'm doing this. So those scraps or leftover paper or from the cutout, I'll be utilizing them to decorate those plain white paper, so that at least I still carry on the theme or the design whichever page I may use. And then I will be using them as backdrop for probably photos or mementos or maybe any kind of like a ticket stub or anything like that. Just show you a flip through of my calendar or planner section, and I'm really liking how my traveler's notebook is working as my go-to planner. And I am going to be adding some entry for this week, my to-dos, and then the following week and the week after that. So yeah, and just like what I've been doing, I'm trying to train this because this is brand new. That's why it's opening up on its own. So it's a simple fix. Just put a binder clip just to keep it close. Probably for the first couple of days, it will tend to open on its own. But once it's trained, it's going to be just like this one. It won't open on its own. So just put a binder clip probably for 2 days, like I said, and just keep it there, and it will be flat in no time, and also as you use it. So again, thanks for joining me here in my channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for your support and for sticking with me. And if you have any comments, please leave them down below. I'd like to talk to you again and see you in my next video. Talk to you later. Bye bye.